We have two presenters this morning, and so I'm just going to make the introduction. Our first is Doug Warner with DropTrip. And DropTrip is an elegant and simple idea to improve shipping. And also, as you're about to find out in their video and promotion material, they have a really cute dog. So Doug, I'm just going to introduce you and let you get started. Thanks for being here.
Thanks. All right, so as you said, I'm Doug with DropTrip, and DropTrip is crowdsourced shipping. So let me give you a little bit of our origin story, because every superhero has one. So I was working for a company out of Bozeman, but I was based in Australia for about 6 months, living out of the suitcase with my family, and it was quite a great adventure. But during that time, I learned that climbing equipment in Australia is about 3x what it is here in Montana, and so people wouldn't go climbing with me because they didn't have any equipment, and I couldn't do that with my suitcase. So I had the idea that there are many other colleagues I had in Bozeman who were traveling over to Australia. They could bring stuff and sell it, and that's really the origin story of DropTrip. That's not what we are today, but that's really where we started from. So let me give you a quick video demo of what we do, and we'll get to set the concept.
For over 100 years, we've shipped our belongings in exactly the same way. Isn't it time we reimagine a more efficient way of transporting our packages? DropTrip is a crowdsourced shipping community that helps you save money shipping or make money traveling. Just post the item you want shipped, and DropTrip will help match you with someone going that way. Or you can search the site to find a DropTrip user traveling between your package's location and where you are. It's as simple as that. As a shipper, you get to choose how much you want to pay. And as a traveler, you get paid for a trip you're already taking. Both travelers and shippers build a reputation through reviews and experiences, so you can choose who you'd like to work with. Then meet up together and hand off the package. Whatever its size or special needs, you can help load and secure your package so you know your precious cargo is safe. Shippers get the luxury of a lower-cost shipping method and the convenience of not having to go to the post office. Travelers get to help people in their communities and get paid in the process. Once your shipping request is confirmed, DropTrip holds onto your payment until the traveler delivers your item. Whether they are traveling for work or play, you can directly communicate with your traveler via text message. You can check on the status of your package, ensuring its safety, and know exactly where it is. The receiver then personally meets the traveler and accepts the package. Both the traveler and the receiver simply confirm with DropTrip that the package has been safely delivered. Then DropTrip automatically releases the funds to the traveler, making it fast and easy to get paid. DropTrip is an ever-growing crowdsourced shipping community. For both business and personal shipping, DropTrip is a way for you to ship safely and affordably. When people connect, communities thrive. When communities thrive, our world becomes that much better. Together, we're making that happen. DropTrip. It's shipping reimagined.
So what you saw there was B2B, B2C, and C2C shipping. And that's really our sweet spot of figuring out how to make all of this work. Let me give you a couple of examples specific to Missoula. So we had a company here in Missoula who has a sister office in Sheridan, Wyoming. It's about an 8-hour drive away. They had 9 tower computers and monitors showing up at their Missoula office that they needed shipped over to their Sheridan office. And that's what, $4,000 worth of computers? And so they loaded it up in the back of some guy's pickup, gave him $150. He showed up, 8 or 9 hours later in Sheridan, Wyoming. Everybody was very happy. We also had a company in Bozeman called the Montana Sweater Company. Now, Montana Sweater Company, they make sweaters, obviously, and also specialty yarns. And what they had in Hamilton was this display stand that they use for their conventions and displaying all their wares at conventions. Well, the problem is that the display stand was the size of a door. So she was having a hard time getting that display stand shipped from Hamilton to Bozeman to make it worth her while. So she found us, she posted on the site, contacted us almost immediately. She said, "I think there's something wrong with your site." So why is that? Well, I've been trying for a year to get this there. A few minutes after I posted, somebody said he'd carry it for me. It's like, that can't be right. Well, it turns out it was right. The guy is a carpenter here out of, I don't know, Missoula or somewhere in the Bitterroot Valley, and he was driving to Bozeman that weekend to see family. So he was taking his pickup, he could put it in the back of the truck, he was a carpenter, he knew how to handle it correctly so that it wasn't damaged, and it showed up in Bozeman just as part of what this guy was doing, traveling to see family. The third one I wanted to talk about is Grandma Hoot's products. They are a local barbecue sauce, hot sauce maker. It's a woman and her husband near retirement who have this very small food business going. And one thing about very small food businesses is I can bet that they're on pretty tight margins. So we found them this spring and had the opportunity to talk to them at the Made in Montana show that was up in Helena. And we convinced them to give it a try. What they did on their very first shipment was they took a case of their barbecue sauce. They had to have it shipped to a retailer that was in Big Timber, so about a 4 or 5 hour drive, something like that. Now this is something that's barbecue sauce, relatively low margin, heavy, fragile, it's a case of it. Well, there was a shipper coming by, or sorry, a traveler coming by, and he was able to carry that for her for very little effort. He threw it in the back seat of his car. He was going from Missoula to Billings, so it was just dropping it off along the way. What made it extra special was our shipper, the grandma in Grandma Hoot's, was very happy that the traveler was able to contact her and say, I'm about to go there, I'm about ready to pick it up. And she said, oh, I'm not at the warehouse where I make this, or her house, or wherever it was. I'm actually at church practicing the organ. Can you swing by there? And so you won't find FedEx, UPS, et cetera, being able to give you that type of white glove, last minute change customer service. So all of those people were very happy with this type of approach. So in the big picture of what we're doing, we have learned that light manufacturing is really one of the sweet spots for what we're doing. And so one of the things that I'm really looking forward to in talking to 1 Million Cups is the opportunity to pick your brains about what companies around the area that you might be contacted with are in the light manufacturing business. They have the awkward things to ship. You know, margins might not be quite right to ship it any other way. And so I would love your introduction to those types of businesses. Thanks.